From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. It is indeed a first alert weather day for this morning and for tomorrow morning, as well as some of those roads could be a little bit slick out there. But in spite of that, high temperatures actually going to end up being very mild over the next 7 days for late January. And now we're talking about early February, and we'll trend mostly dry again for Friday and beyond, which is not excellent news for our mountain snowpack. Okay, just to reiterate, first alert weather day for the next couple mornings because of some of those slick roads. And we are seeing snow this morning up in the Cascades and also up in the Palouse and towards Spokane. But for lower elevations, we are dry, but do not, at least in terms of what's coming down from the sky right now. But what's on the ground, we're seeing pink on this graphic, which indicates we are seeing some icy spots on some of our lower elevation roadways. So if you see a wet spot, just go ahead and make the safe assumption that it is a slick spot. Please take it slow. Pretty much all these temperatures for lower elevations either right at or just below freezing. So that confirms what that previous graphic was just showing us. Here's your hourly forecast for this Wednesday for the Yakima Valley. We'll see a decent amount of sunshine for this morning, but then more clouds and more rainfall building in as we head into the afternoon and evening. So for today, the high temperature is going to end up being a good deal warmer. Most of us into the 40s. In fact, some of us in the foothills pretty close to 50. And I'll talk more about that warm up we have over the next 7 days coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, hundreds gathering in Kennewick to confront officials about a proposed LRA, raising concerns over safety and a neighborhood impact. Coming up, we're going to take you inside that meeting to show you the tough questions residents asked and the frustrations still mounting online.
And at that meeting, residents pressed officials over the qualifications of staff for the proposed housing. Apple Valley News Now investigates, breaks down the legal requirements, and explores the gaps in training.
And taking you to the airport where Allegiant Airlines is merging with Sun Country, and that's raising some questions for travelers right here in the Tri-Cities. We're going to explore what the merger could mean for flights, destinations, and ticket prices. It's all ahead on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. Thanks for waking up with us on this Wednesday. A lot of news to get to.
That's right. We want to start this morning off in Kennewick, where hundreds of residents packed into the Highlands Middle School Monday night.
So now this morning we're hearing from the man who plans to operate the home for registered level 3 sex offenders. This home is supposed to be just off of 8th and Edison in Kennewick. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz takes us into that town hall meeting and shows us how the community is reacting.
For hundreds in the crowd and thousands more watching online, Monday's town hall meeting was the first opportunity for many community members to talk to officials, including the operator of the program, as an LRA is set to go into their neighborhood.
Audience members had so many questions that a long line still remained when the 2-hour Q&A session ended. Most of the questions were directed at property manager Joe Field, including why the neighborhood got chosen for the home, as residents say it's home to many kids in schools.
In schools, I live under the statute of the law, and schools are far enough away. In the neighborhood, listen to me, in the neighborhood that I have Walla Walla, there are 2 apartment complexes, 1 block. It doesn't matter, it's the same program. There's kids everywhere.
Audience members also pressed field and state officials about safety. They say that there are no safety measures that could make them feel comfortable living next to level 3 registered sex offenders.
A 19-year-old who is just coming into adulthood, who's working a 9-to-5, who's paying her taxes, should not have to be here telling grown men that this is wrong.
Field says the house will always be staffed with 2 workers during the day and 1 at night. He says residents will wear ankle monitors, and if they leave the property, workers are supposed to immediately call police. A woman who says she is the landlord of Field's Walla Walla program added that she believes the offenders are reformed.
These men have been respectful, straight, and they have behaved beautifully.
But the bottom line for many in the crowd, including victims of sexual assault, is that they don't want an LRA in their neighborhood.
Why would you want to put anybody else through the pain that both you and me have felt? Why is that okay?
And after the town hall, residents took to social media to express their feelings on the meeting.
One social media user says he's disappointed that residents weren't alerted sooner about the plan, saying that he found it interesting that it was stated they were in communication with the city since January 2025. Another is saying, I think he, as in Joe Field contradicted himself, outright lied multiple times, and danced around other inquiries. Other users say they feel worried for their property values, unsatisfied, and defeated. The town hall is leaving many residents with more questions than answers. Questions about transparency from leaders, the finances of the program, and whether or not neighbors can achieve their goal of preventing the LRA from opening. We plan to keep digging into this story to find the answers that community members are still waiting for. From Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And one of those topics that was brought up in the town hall was the issue of training. People wanted to know what kind of training the staff at this proposed offender home would have.
And one of the speakers addressed Joe Field, the program director of the home, about the necessary training his staff will have when it comes to working with and monitoring offenders at the Kennewick residence. The response that Field gave did not sit well with the community.
What kind of equipment training do they have to go through before these officers can get there to restrain them?
So all my staff have been working in the same field for quite a while, right? That's the train. The training is working in the field. There is no training. I'm a social worker. Like for chaperoning, they're trained by the RCTT team for chaperoning. But as far as a school training, there's no such thing. So working in the field is the experience and training, and they've been working in the field quite a long time.
What's RCTT?
Apple Valley News Now investigates found while the Washington State DOC typically requires completion of specific training for safety and security, sex offender treatment programs, and how to supervise and monitor offenders, there's still no clear indication if these programs will be required at the proposed location in Kennewick.
It's also important to note that the state does require staffers who are in transitional housing to be classified as residential rehabilitation counselors, but as of right now, we don't know how this house in Kennewick is going to be classified.
But we'll of course keep you updated as we learn more.
And taking to the skies now in Pasco, an airline merger making some waves nationwide and sparking questions right here in the Tri-Cities.
Allegiant Airlines has announced plans to acquire Sun Country Airlines in a $1 billion merger that would create one of the country's largest low-cost leisure carriers. So with Allegiant already flying out of Pasco, travelers are wondering if this could mean fewer flights, more destinations, or changes to ticket prices.
Airport officials say mergers like this can sometimes lead to expanded service down the road, but for now, travelers flying out of Pasco can expect business as usual.
Allegiant's been a good partner of ours. They're growing by adding Orange County, which starts in a couple weeks. So I don't know yet if we will be a benefactor of the merger.
Now, Taft says he doesn't think the merger will hurt the Tri-Cities Airport and isn't sure what this will do to Allegiant's network, but for now, he says this is good news for travelers.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's essential for strong bones and muscle health, but during the winter, many people aren't getting enough of it. Coming up, why doctors say vitamin D levels can drop this time of year and the warning signs you should not ignore. Your health headlines are straight ahead.
And giving you a live look outside this morning. This one from our Bimart camera in Yakima. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to break down your first alert forecast after the break.
Start the new year off right with a new 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid, loaded with advanced driver assistance features like Smart Cruise, forward collision avoidance, blind spot warning, and more. All this and 35 miles per gallon combined EPA fuel economy rating. Now just $31,930 after discount and rebate. Test drive a Sportage Hybrid today. Over Turf Kia, Highway I-182 and Road 100 exit on St. Thomas Drive, Pasco.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange?
K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Living with chronic migraine? 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine, and treatment is 4 times a year. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 91% of patients wish they'd started Botox sooner. Ask your doctor today. If eligible, you may pay $0.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the D.
Kraken Knights. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday on My Network TV. Kraken Knights. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In spite of all the freezing rain talk over the next couple mornings, we're actually trending much warmer for this time of the year. It's because of this. You see kind of this red dotted line right here. This is a warm front. This indicates a warmer air mass that is approaching from the south and west. And so that's why we will be, I'd say, probably noticeably warmer for today, getting into the mid 40s as opposed to the mid to upper 30s. So it's not going to be warm, but it will be warmer today in the Tri-Cities. Let's go ahead and take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in the Cascades, where it is already snowing this morning. We'll have more of that. It doesn't look like we'll have a ton, maybe 3 inches for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass. But then in the Kittitas Valley, high temperatures getting up to around 40. I'm thinking by lunchtime the roadways should improve. Kind of the same thing for the Yakima Valley. Maybe the roads improving a little bit sooner by 10 a.m., 11 a.m. These highs getting into the low to mid 40s. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, we'll also end up in the mid 40s. For the Blue Foothills, a little bit warmer. Now getting into the low 50s. 50 for Milton Freewater, 52 for Pilot Rock. Thanks in part to those gusts out of the south, and what that ends up doing is sometimes that air sinks down the face of the Blue Mountains. It compresses, it warms, and that's why the foothills can be a little bit warmer as opposed to other lower elevation locations. It's going to be in the 30s and 40s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Now for tonight, overnight lows not going to be as cold, but they'll still be pretty close to that freezing threshold, 33, 33, 33. So we could see some of those icy roadways as we head into tomorrow morning as well. Here are the forecast highs for the next 7 days in the Tri-Cities. Look at this. By Monday and Tuesday of next week, getting into the low to mid 50s, about 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. Those overnight lows are going to hover around freezing, maybe a little bit warmer than that. But back to the freezing rain and the ice potential for the next couple mornings. I'll time that out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 6:13, talking health this morning and vitamin D. It's a critical part of overall health and can be acquired through safe sun exposure, which
we're not really seeing
much of right now.
So when it's cold outside, experts say maintaining proper levels of vitamin D can get harder. In this morning's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency and tips on how to replenish this nutrient even in the winter.
It's critical for strong, healthy bones. Your body can absorb vitamin D from the sun, but in the winter, that's not always easy.
Less sunshine means less vitamin D.
Dr. Neha Viez with Cleveland Clinic says low levels can lead to deficiency. Symptoms may include fatigue, bone pain, muscle weakness, and mood changes.
But if you are having any of those, then talk to your doctor about maybe getting checked for vitamin D deficiency.
If cold weather allows, Viez says help maintain vitamin D levels by going outside for about 15 minutes most days of the week, or a little longer if an underlying medical condition prevents proper absorption. The nutrient can also be found naturally in foods like eggs, fatty fish, as well as fortified cereals and juices. She says taking vitamin D supplements can also help, especially if a medical condition is causing low levels.
But definitely talk to your doctor to see if you need a level drawn or whether you need supplementation.
The CDC says vitamin D deficiency may also raise the risk of falling, and this time of year, so can the weather.
We don't want them to fracture a bone, so it's important to have strong, healthy bones, especially in the winter.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
So in general, experts say the recommended amount of vitamin D your body needs each day is between 400 and 800 international units. That's equal to 10 to 20 micrograms.
And the National Institutes of Health say the amount you need depends on your age. So check with your doctor. And keep it here because coming up next, Josh Colbreth is back with that first alert full weather forecast. He's going to let us know if we're going to be seeing some sun anytime soon. That is coming up in just a few minutes.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks, and we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
Life moves fast. At Frechette Winery, we invite you to slow it down and savor the moment. Join us on Red Mountain for bold, flavorful red wines, a welcoming vibe, and experiences meant to be shared, from relaxed tastings to unforgettable wine and dinner events. Located just minutes from Benton City and West Richland, we're open daily, noon to 5. Come for the wine, stay for the warmth, experience the Frechette vibe. Great wine brings people together, and we'd love to welcome you to Frechette.
When looking at your meal, you must always make sure there's enough sauce for every single bite.
Share and share alike with the 20-piece Chicken McNuggets for only $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Don't wait to improve your sleep. Save big on top mattress brands during the President's Day event. Get savings on trusted Sealy support, the latest innovations from Tempur-Pedic, and the luxurious comfort of Stearns & Foster. Your best night's sleep is waiting. Take advantage of these limited time offers. Visit us today and shop our large display of Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster mattresses during our President's Day event at More Furniture.
Attention viewers, Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday at 5:30 a.m. And join Good News Today the following week on Saturday, February 7th at 5:30 a.m.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks, and we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens.
I'm reporting in Kennewick. In Walla Walla.
Reporting from Granger. One television station leads the way with local news you trust.
We are Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
Always on your side. Wednesday, start your day a little dreamy.
How does that sound?
With Patrick Dempsey from Memory of a Killer and Catherine Lanassa from The Pit.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
North. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sorry about these folks, but
looking at you or looking at the camera?
going to, should I keep on with the first weather or should I keep on with the main weather?
Yep.
Or should we go to something else?
Yep.
Okay, let's keep on going with the main weather.
It looks like we're going to come over here, Josh. Sounds like we're having some technical difficulties. We're going to get that microphone fixed up for Josh real quick, and he'll be back in just a minute on the other side of the break with your First Alert forecast. We'll get that all settled in, and we're also going to talk about a wild stunt high above Dubai. You're going to want to Stick around to see what that's all about. And a snowy fail a little closer to the ground. Incredible skills, unbelievable timing, and one moment that definitely didn't go as planned. Just like what's happening right now. Things just not going as planned. It's fine, you guys. It's live TV. We're going to have it all for you after the break.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
Life happens. Lucky for you, the new ICCU Central Plus checking account comes with benefits, including cell phone protection.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
That's right. Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
New year, new priorities, real value. Real value means more than what you pay today. It's what your vehicle gives you every day after. At McCurley Subaru, new Subaru vehicles are built with purpose. Standard all-wheel drive, advanced safety technology, and legendary reliability designed for the long haul. And if certified is the right fit, Certified Pre-Owned delivers trusted value too. This year, choose smart value. Think McCurley Subaru.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken Knights. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday on My Network TV.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
Kraken Knights. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday on My Network TV.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. This morning, we're checking out a stunt that looks like it belongs in a blockbuster movie.
Yeah, except this time, no CGI, no green screen, just wingsuit flyers threading a needle at 125 miles an hour.
Plus, a wintertime mishap that proves not every stunt sticks the landing. Jeremy Roth has all the action in today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at an amazing team of skydiving wingsuiters as they fly through the eye of the world's tallest hotel. Wait a minute, haven't I seen this somewhere before? Oh yeah, there was a similar scene in one of the Transformers movies. You know, the bad one. No, the other bad one. But while that high-flying feat was the stuff of CGI movie magic, this one was all too real, pulled off by a team of elite wingsuit athletes from Dubai, who after dozens of practice jumps took to the air and at speeds of roughly 125 miles per hour threaded the needle by shooting through the so-called keyhole architecture of the Ciel Dubai Marina, the world's tallest hotel. The skydiving stunt was successful and unprecedented. It was also equal parts absolutely incredible and absolutely insane. Finally, a not-so-slick snowy stunt in Oklahoma started with a cop who just wanted to get in on some sledding, but went sideways when the officer's sled accidentally plowed right into a bundled-up little girl. Don't worry, Jenkins PD posted the vid and said no one was hurt. The little girl is even seen in a subsequent video, no worse for wear. The only casualty was likely the Popo's pride after scores of Facebook users gave him a ribbing with comments like, "Citizens arrest, assault with a sledly weapon." For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
The
That
way
made me
I would
giggle.
be, like, all caught on video, just hilarious. Like, little girl needs to press charges.
Yeah, and you know he's never going to hear the end of that.
Oh, yeah. Too funny.
Yeah, everyone's going to.
And then the squirrel suit, you know, I've been skydiving, and I thought I wanted to do that as a career, but you know, now I'm like,
you're like, no, I like
now
sitting.
I'm 32 and my knee acts up all the time, like, you know, it acts up when the weather's bad.
How does that even work? How do those squirrel suits like?
It's like so much practice, and then like, I don't know, like you have to go with the wind, like it's too much to like track. And then
I'm not
even
doing
then,
it.
like, yeah, what if you panic and
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it.
Wild.
I would never want to do it today.
It makes sense when they showed that other clip though of the ones going through the buildings from the movie. I didn't know what was what for a minute.
Yeah, I thought it was the same video.
Yeah, and I thought,
angle.
wait a minute, and they're getting shot at.
Yeah.
What is this?
What is happening? What's going on?
It's wild. Wild. I'm not doing it.
The bravery.
I'm not doing it.
Not anymore.
I'm never.
Not at this age.
Not then, not now, not later. Not doing it.
Oh, God.
So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We are talking to the Pasco School District as they are asking voters to renew a levy. This one supporting programs from athletics to fine arts. This morning we're going to show you how this funding shapes students' experiences and what's at stake if it doesn't pass.
And the Walla Walla Fire District 5 levy is also up for renewal, keeping vital EMS services running across the county. So we'll explain why fire officials say this levy is critical to keeping response times fast and equipment up to date. All the details are in your 6:30 half hour.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. Because at Schweitzer, your best day can start in the village or at the summit and everywhere in between. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
Important news alert. President Trump endorsed Amanda McKinney for Washington's 4th Congressional District.
President Trump endorsed me because he knows I'm a fighter.
Amanda McKinney will fight to grow our economy and improve affordability, keep our borders secure, advance American energy dominance, and always protect our farmers and families. Trump endorsed Amanda McKinney. America first. Central Washington always. Washington Rising is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Brace your taste buds. Don't miss out on the new DQ $6.99 Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket. A spicy, bold heat, served with a side of our cool, sweet DQ soft serve as a dip. All for just $6.99. Plus, try a sweet, spicy sip of lemonade made with tahini. It's the new Spicy menu for a limited time, only at DQ.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we know it's more than a new home. It's really him. It's a new journey.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Whoa.
And when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Built for early mornings, long days, and whatever comes next, the Chevy Silverado is the truck that gets it done, day after day. At McCurley Chevrolet, we've got a huge inventory of Silverados. More trucks, more choices, ready to drive home today. Lease for just $329 a month, or lock in low 1.9% financing. And when you buy with McCurley, it's easy, honest, and hassle-free from start to finish. McCurley Chevrolet, your way home.
Ellensburg is a great place to visit all year long. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is Ellensburg.
I'm Megan West, owner of Claim Clothing in downtown Ellensburg. Claim Clothing is a store located in our downtown core of Ellensburg, Washington. There is something happening all year long in Ellensburg.
Ellensburg is awesome. We have a great community, we've got a university, and you've got a huge community of locals and outdoor enthusiasts.
You've got great restaurants and wine, and yeah, there's a lot to do downtown in Ellensburg.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. A place where the views are as good as the company. And the skiing is as electric as the experience. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Hey, good Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
And we can hear you now.
Yay!
Hallelujah.
We got it all fixed. I know. Yeah. We're good to go. So what can we expect today, temperature-wise?
Yeah, it is going to be warmer during the afternoon. We're going to get up into the 40s and 50s, but those roads could be a little bit slick for this morning, also for tomorrow morning as well, so you got to be vigilant when it comes to that. Let's go ahead and take a look at those big weather stories. And so we do have first alert weather days for this morning and for tomorrow morning as well because of the aforementioned slick roads. High temperatures going up into the 40s and 50s over the next 7 days, so we'll end up being fairly mild, and we're going to end up being fairly dry for Friday and beyond again, which is not going to be great news when it comes to our rainfall numbers. It's not going to be great news when it comes to our snowpack numbers either. The snowpack is especially struggling for both mountain ranges. Okay, first alert weather day for this morning and for tomorrow morning as well because of those aforementioned icy roads. Let's go ahead and take a look at first alert radar. We're seeing some light snowfall up in the Cascades. Definitely a lot more snowfall up towards the Palouse, the Spokane Valley, but lower elevations in our neck of the woods, dry for the moment, at least dry in terms of what's coming from the sky, but in terms of what's actually on the ground, we are seeing some icy spots out there. That's what's indicated by this pink. We're also seeing a little bit of blue, our algorithm picking up on some snowfall on the ground as well. But if you see a wet spot out there, just make the safe assumption that it is a slick spot. And please, please, please take it slow. Those temperatures bear a lot of relevance this morning where it's below 32. It's fair game to see some ice down on the roads. And of course, just we urge everyone to please take it as slow as possible for this morning commute. But those high temperatures going to be trending very mild for this time of the year over the next 7 days. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Josh. We begin this half hour of news in Walla Walla. Your voice, your vote. The Fire District 5 levy renewal is going to be on the ballot this election, February 10th. Now, since 1990, the Walla Walla County Fire District 5 levy has been a steady presence, renewed every 6 years to keep vital emergency services running smoothly. Well, Fire Chief Mike Wickstrom shares the importance of this renewal, emphasizing that it's not a new tax, but a continuation of trusted support. Chief Wickstrom explains that this levy is the backbone of the county's EMS system.
Majority of our calls are EMS driven. And so this would be, close to almost half of our EMS delivery, so we would have to make changes in how we provide our service to the community if this doesn't pass.
So he says that the renewal would stay at 50 cents per $1,000 of property value.
Now to Pasco. So many school districts have levies on the ballot this year, and one district is highlighting the role those funds play in students' lives. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with Pasco school district officials about their levy.
The Pasco School District will run an Educational Programs and Operations Replacement Levy on the February 10th ballot. The four-year levy would be a continuation of the district's current levy, which expires at the end of this year. The levy helps fund programs like athletics, fine arts, school safety, and academic activities, generating about $35 million a year, while also allowing the district to receive more than $14 million in state levy equalization assistance. During the 2024-2025 school year, $30.5 million in levy funds were applied towards staffing, all from the same levy rate now being proposed.
The projected rate is $217, so we actually expect to end there on the old levy and pick up at the same spot on the new levy.
Dr. Casteja says levy dollars don't just fund programs and staff, but help create high school experiences for many students.
If we all think back to our years in school, we remember, the purple, the bulldog, the mascots from our various high schools. And if you just think about those were funded by, the local effort. So, and that's the levy.
Dr. Casteja says he personally seen students connect through levy-funded activities he didn't even know existed.
I had a kiddo the other day, I was walking through a school, and he had a Rubik's Cube, and he handed it to me and let me mess it up, and then you should have seen him solve it. It took him like 30 seconds to do. And I said, "Where did you learn it?" He said, "Oh, the Rubik's Cube Club."
District officials note the levy rate can adjust over time as assessed property values change.
Will adjust depending on assessed values over time. So, but using projections and whatnot, that's the intention. You're trying to keep that level and predictable.
School officials tell me that while this levy only makes up about 10% of the budget, they say that they do not take that for granted. And they say that at the end of the day, this will all come down to what the voters and the community of Pasco want.
The outcome of those dollars is intended to truly reflect what the community values. So those things that we love about our school district, you know, that's what the money goes towards.
While the Pasco School District continues educating the community about the levy, officials say the final decision rests with the voters. In Pasco, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And ballots for the February 10th special election have been sent in both Benton and Franklin counties. Make sure you drop it off before 8 p.m. on the 10th. And keep it here, because coming up next, they're bringing more than basketball to the Tri-Cities. We'll talk with the Harlem Globetrotters ahead of their Kennewick stop and how the team is celebrating 100 years of basketball. Also entertainment and community. We're hitting the court right after the break.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
There was a nice lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I need a bigger house, but with so many choices, who can I trust to help me with a loan? So she called her friends for advice, and they knew exactly what to do.
Yakima Federal helped us when the big bad wolf blew our house down.
They had great service and offered a fantastic rate on our new home construction loan.
And they won't sell your loan to the big bad wolf.
I'll call them tomorrow. Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal with your next home loan. You'll be glad you did.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess, nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Only one station is on your side.
With the most coverage from the most places.
With comprehensive, accurate forecasts to help you avoid weather surprises. Only one station.
One station.
Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side.
Wednesday, start your day a little dreamy.
How does that sound?
With Patrick Dempsey from Memory of a Killer and Catherine Lanasa from The Pit. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be very mild over the next 7 days for this time of the year at least, and we'll talk about why that's the case in just a second. But first, those temperatures out there this morning are mostly below freezing. So where it's below 32 degrees, that's where it's going to be fair game to see some slick spots on the roadways. We're seeing that this morning in the Cascades for sure. Mid-20s up and down the Kittitas Valley. In fact, the warmest spot is actually up in the foothills, 28 for Cle Elum. And then for the Yakima Valley, mostly in the mid-20s. 20s. We are seeing some upper 20s and also some low 30s, 31 for Grandview. For the lower Columbia Basin, some of us sitting right at freezing. Benton City sitting right at freezing. We're at 3 degrees below freezing for the Tri-Cities. Again, those bridges and overpasses will be the first freeze over. And then for the Blue Foothills, most of us either at or below freezing here as well. Then up in the Blue Mountains, kind of tracking the same thing. So if you see a wet spot this morning, just assume that it's an icy spot. Okay, the reason why our high temperature is going to be going up over the next 7 days is because of this. See this red dashed line? This is indicative of a warm front that is passing our area, and so it's going to bring in a warmer and a more moist air mass from the south and from the west. So for today in the Yakima Valley, we could touch 40. It's going to be a little bit warmer as opposed to yesterday, and in general, those highs today mostly going to be in the 40s for lower elevations. We'll be stuck in the upper 30s in the Kittitas Valley, but those high temperatures going up very gradually over the next 7 days. So in the Yakima Valley could touch 50 by next Monday. That's about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. And those overnight lows mostly going to be hovering around freezing. Speaking of, we could see those icy roads, not just for this morning, but also for tomorrow morning as well. We'll time that out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. Talking sports now this morning at 6:40. The Harlem Globetrotters are bringing their world-famous show to Kennewick, and this year the visit comes with some extra meaning.
This year marks the team's 100th anniversary of entertaining fans worldwide. So Philadelphia native Mark Splash Blunt is joining the celebration, and he's known for his long-range four-point shots.
The team continues its century-old tradition of combining athletic skill with community connection.
When you put on that jersey, it's more than just about yourself. It's about the people that's, sitting in the stands. So back then, I always wondered, what was my purpose to be here, even on this earth? And for me, it's to make people smile.
And he joined the Globetrotters in 2021 and works with the Caring People Alliance in Philly when he's not on tour. And he says fans can expect his signature countdown in connection with the crowd.
I love it. The team, founded by Abraham Michael Saperstein during the segregated era. Tickets available at the Toyota Center in Kennewick. Fun show.
Exciting. And keep it here because we've got more exciting stuff. We've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all in just a few minutes.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Bonus zone savings include select Pepsi brand 12-packs, buy 2, get 2 free. Tillamook beef jerky is sale priced at $9.99. All ink cartridges are $2 off. Genuine Dickies 12-packs of men's crew socks are $14.99. And find Friskies 48-count canned cat food, hot priced at $31.99 after an instant rebate. Find these great savings and more now at employee-owned Bi-Mart.
I'm a real wild one. Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail. And made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
When I made my Botox Cosmetic appointment,
I was nervous that I might look overdone. I wanted results that looked like me.
What was important to me was that I still look like me, just with fewer lines.
I'm happy with my results. So happy that my results are natural looking. Booking a consultation, it's a way to take time for you.
Botox Cosmetic effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping, or swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
I'm the one and only Delphina.
I'm the one and only Olivia. And I'm the one and only Claire. And I got treated with the one and only Botox Cosmetic.
Find a licensed Botox Cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Visit Cleellum anytime for spectacular views, fantastic food, and shopping unlike anywhere else. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is the heart of Cleellum.
It's that sense of community, I would say, that really drives us. It's why we want to live here. It's what we love the most about being here. An absolute adventure. Every single day is different.
It's a really beautiful small town with mountains and everything you ever want to do or adventure. And there's lots of snowmobiling in the winter, lots of hiking, kayaking.
Every single corner of the globe, they all end up in Cleellum for one reason or another, whether it's to enjoy the outdoors, to enjoy the small town feel. There are a lot of great restaurants, a few wineries, a lot of great bars. There's a lot to do and see here. Cheers to Cleellum.
Learn more at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Experiencing the outdoors is in our nature.
Kraken Nights. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, we have First Alert weather days for the next couple mornings as those roadways could be a little bit icy. In fact, we're still seeing that for lower elevations. Wherever you see pink, that indicates icy roadways. We're seeing a little smattering of that for sure, especially for the basin and for the foothills. So if you see a wet spot this morning, like I've said all morning long, just assume that it's an icy spot. Okay, let's go ahead and put this into motion over the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. Looking pretty dry by 8 a.m., but here comes that next round by lunchtime, putting some more snow down in the Cascades. By 5 p.m., looking at just some light showers for lower elevations. And then there's that next round for late tonight into tomorrow morning. And this time, this round could also put down a little thin layer of ice for lower elevations, although those overnight lows are going to be a bit warmer. So we'll be right on the threshold of 32 degrees. And then there's going to be another round for Thursday night into Friday morning. This time, I think the temperature is just going to be a little bit too warm to put down ice for lower elevations, but certainly we'll keep a very close eye on things. All right, the best chances for freezing rain over the next 48 hours is going to end up being in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We'll take it one valley at a time. First, in Ellensburg, chances for freezing rain picking up after 8 p.m. tonight. Now, those are going to be low-end chances, but the chance is going to be much better into Thursday morning. They will go down after 7 a.m. And then in the Yakima Valley, this is for Wednesday, so this is for today. By this afternoon and evening, low-end chances of just rainfall. Those chances are going to pick up and maybe transitioning to freezing rain pretty close to midnight, and then back to just a cold rain during the later morning hours. So what's that going to amount to in terms of ice accumulations? Well, not much, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, but it does not take that much to make those roadways a little bit slick. So, of course, you got to take it slow out there. Also tracking some snowfall over the next 36-ish hours. A few inches for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, 8 inches of snow for Stevens Pass, which is just off the domain of the page. And then our forecast is going to trend abnormally dry once again. Thursday going to be the wettest day over the next 7 days, but then trending much drier after that. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Chances for some slick roads this morning and tomorrow morning as well. In Yakima, we'll also see the same thing, patchy areas of ice over the next couple mornings. In Ellensburg, the same thing for the Kittitas Valley as well, but it looks as if Friday morning's commute should be a little bit safer. For Hermiston, maybe a little icy over the next couple mornings, but look at those daytime highs, not too shabby. Finally, for Walla Walla, maybe a bit slick in the foothills this morning, but warmer air should limit that threat by tomorrow morning. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new allegations in the murder of Ohio dentist Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique.
State of Ohio versus Michael McKee.
The man charged with killing the couple, her ex-husband Michael McKee, was allegedly caught on surveillance camera lurking outside their Ohio home 3 weeks before the murders. On December 30th, police said McKee had left his phone behind and showed up again at the Tepe's house, broke in, and shot the couple while their children were inside. The children, 4 and 1, were unharmed. Spencer Tepe's co-worker called 911 when he failed to show up for work at his dental office.
He is always on time, and this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
The plea of not guilty form has been executed and signed on behalf of my client.
McKee has pleaded not guilty, and coming up at 7 a.m., we'll look at more details from this newly unsealed affidavit. With your GMA First Look, I'm Aaron Katersky, ABC News, New York.
Brand Power.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Some cleaning sprays can be ineffective. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser. Simply add water to effortlessly cut through 100% of soap, scum, and grime. And use Mr. Clean Extra Durable throughout your home, in the kitchen for burnt on food, and on walls to remove scuffs and marks. It even erases 3 times more permanent marker per swipe. Switch to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
What if there was a cruise that felt like no other? A cruise created by foodies, for foodies. One chef for every 10 guests. Every meal prepared to order, and every plate a personal discovery. Welcome to the world of Oceania Cruises, the world's greatest cities and off-the-beaten-path secrets. One memorable bite and toast at a time. It's more than a feeling. It's more than a cruise. It's Oceania Cruises.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines. Population growth in the U.S. crashed last year, and officials say immigration is mostly to blame. The Census Bureau reports the population grew by 1.8 million for the 12-month period ending last July. New births only accounted for about 500,000 new residents last year, with the rest made up by immigrants. In the previous year, the country saw more than double the 1.25 million new immigrants that were added in the most recent period. If current trends continue, immigration numbers could plummet even more. Meanwhile, the birth rate has been steadily declining since the Great Recession in 2008. The U.S. population now stands at 331.5 million people.
6:51 in your business headlines this morning. The CEO of Starbucks is set to tell investors his long-term financial goals, and he plans to do that tomorrow. Customers might notice his effect on the chain already. Brian Nickel is behind new barista training, ceramic mugs, and power outlet repairs. His overhaul also includes making condiment bars public and restricting bathrooms to customers. The strategy appears to be working, with Starbucks reporting record holiday sales in November. Next, he says that he wants more comfortable seating, better food, and improved service.
In your health headlines, the FDA says Keurig is recalling about 1,000 cartons of K-Cups. They're the McCafé Premium Roast Decaf Coffee, and the FDA is saying these may contain caffeine. The affected cartons contain 84 K-Cups, and they have a best by date of November 17th of this year.
Not something we'd be mad about, extra caffeine.
Oh, right, yeah. I get the caffeine ones. I got no problem.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 6:52 in your sports headlines this morning. According to The Athletic, Bill Belichick did not get voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2026. It was his first year of eligibility. Belichick, long known for wearing that hoodie on the sidelines, currently coaching the University of North Carolina's football team. 73-year-old won 333 career overall wins in the NFL as a head coach, but there were a few controversial moments. They include the so-called Spygate and Deflategate, and some cheating scandals, which were about collecting video evidence on opposing teams and not putting enough air in some of those game balls, respectively. Analysts say it appears that these scandals are most likely the reason why Belichick didn't get that nod into the Hall of Fame. 6:52, time now for the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Town Hall at Highlands Middle School brought out hundreds of people questioning state officials and program leaders about a proposed level 3 sex offender home planned for a Kennewick neighborhood. Training was a hot topic at the town hall as residents questioned what qualifications staff at the proposed offender home would have. State Department of Corrections typically requires specialized training for supervising sex offenders, but it's still unclear whether those requirements would apply at this proposed Kennewick location. Officials have not confirmed how this facility would be classified or what training would be mandatory.
And a major airline merger is drawing attention nationwide and right here in the Tri-Cities. Allegiant Airlines has announced plans to acquire Sun Country Airlines, and this will create one of the largest low-cost leisure carriers in the U.S. Officials say mergers can sometimes lead to expanded service, but for now, passengers should expect business as usual. They also say it's too early to predict network changes, but they don't expect negative impacts for the PSC airport.
Staying in Pasco, the Pasco School District is asking voters to approve a 4-year replacement educational programs and operations levy on your February ballot. District leaders say it would continue the current levy rate, generating about $35 million annually while unlocking more than $14 million in state levy equalization funding. Levy dollars help pay for staffing, athletics, fine arts, safety programs, and extracurricular activities. Officials note that the levy makes up about 10% of the district's budget and adjusts over time with property values.
And over in Walla Walla, the Fire District 5 levy, which was first approved in 1990, is once again up for renewal. Fire officials stress it's not a new tax, but a continuation that helps fund nearly half of the county's EMS response. The levy also supports EMT schooling, ongoing training, and costly life-saving equipment. Officials say the renewal would remain at 50 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value, and if the levy fails in February, the district plans to bring it back to voters in April.
And the Harlem Globetrotters are coming to Kennewick, celebrating 100 years of basketball, entertainment, and community impact. What started as a small touring team has grown into a global brand built on connection and joy. The Globetrotters will be in Kennewick February 4th at the Toyota Center, and tickets are on sale.
Trending now this morning, after a lot of social media requests for its return, McDonald's is going vintage and bringing back the popular Changeables Happy Meal toy from the 80s.
Yeah, take a look. Starting next week, customers can get the Happy Meal that includes toys that are a lot like Transformers. The toys look like menu items, but can be turned into other figures like dinosaurs or robots.
And the Changeable Happy Meal was first introduced in 1987. This time around, there will be 16 updated versions of Changeables to choose from.
Ooh, but you may want to act fast because McDonald's says this is a limited run. Did you guys have a favorite toy, Happy Meal toy, Burger King toy? I remember they would release NSYNC and Britney Spears CDs. It was a little mini CD with one song on it. I think that was my favorite.
That was your favorite?
I like the Sega games. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yes.
The little video games they would put in there.
Yeah.
Those were pretty nifty. Yeah.
You guys had cooler stuff than I did.
Beanie Babies.
Oh, I do remember.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Burger King had the watches. They had Simpsons watches. That was a good run for Burger King. And then after that, they fell off again. I remember remembering all these toys.
All the
Clearly
good
I loved
memories.
them.
I know. Those are fun too. The little transforming things. Yeah.
I didn't ever get that one, but I'm going to now.
Well,
get out of my way in the line.
It was before your time, yeah. Okay, hey, get us out the door this morning because are we still possibly seeing some slick spots out there?
Oh yeah, now we're going to take a look at the radar here. It looks dry, but that's a little bit of fool's gold because as you look at current road conditions, we're seeing a lot of blue, a lot of pink out there. I think maybe our algorithm is overdoing it a little bit with the snow on the ground, but certainly there could be some of those slicks, some of those pink spots out there.
I almost fell this morning, so they're there.
Yeah, definitely. And the temperatures kind of underscore that. Pretty much all of us for lower elevations either at or below freezing. So that means it will be fair game to see some slick spots out there. Please, please, please take it slow in your morning commute, especially if you're going over bridges or overpasses. Now for today, you see by the time we get to 10 a.m., we're going to be well above freezing in the Tri-Cities, so that should help out with those road conditions. Another round of moisture moving in for this evening. That one doesn't look as impactful, but once again, as we head into Thursday morning, could see some slick roads once again.
Be careful.
Yes.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's up next. We're back tonight with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.